The sun rises over Neo-Athens, one of the floating cities orbiting above the ancient Mediterranean Sea. The air is pure, the temperature perfect, a constant 23 degrees. The sound of the wind is controlled, the climate programmed. Humanity has reached the pinnacle of comfort, but inside, there is still someone trying to understand the past. He's a history teacher in the year 2400, and what he teaches isn't dates. He teaches memories.
In the future, teachers don't teach. They conduct temporal experiments. There are no classrooms, no notebooks, no physical books. Students don't hear the past. They live the past. In the 25th century, teaching history means reviving human emotions from bygone eras. Elias is a conductor of collective memory, one of the last guardians of the timeline.
The 25th century was born after three major collapses. The data collapse, when 80% of the internet's information was lost. The decline of nations, when governments ceased to exist and gave way to autonomous cities. And the neural renaissance, when the human brain merged with quantum technology. Now the Earth is a living network of connected minds. And history teachers are the only ones allowed to access what remains of the past. They are the new philosophers, the guardians of memory in an age that has learned to forget.
The day begins with a simple ritual, a sip of cognitive serum, the fuel for perfect concentration. Then he activates the historical data oracle, an artificial intelligence that gathers all recovered records from the past. The AI asks in a soft voice, "Good morning, Professor Varenn. Today's topic, the 21st century. Do you want an emotional or socio-political emphasis?" Elias responds, "Emotional. They need to feel what it was like to lose the human touch." Before class, he calibrates the immersion field. Each beat of his heart defines the stability of the timeline. One mistake, and a student could be lost within history. Lights swirl, sounds of energy stabilizing, white fade. 9 a.m., class begins. Elias enters the past.
For the students, it's their first exposure to the 21st century, a time when the world was connected, but people were more distant than ever. A surprised student says, "They seemed sad, even surrounded by people." Elias responds, "They called it hyperconnection, but it was loneliness in disguise. The simulations are based on restored archives, videos, feelings, and memories reconstructed by archaeomemory algorithms. Each class is a complete journey, from ancient Rome to the Martian colonies of the 23rd century. 1 hour within the simulation is equivalent to 1 minute of real time. 1 hour in the simulation is equivalent to 1 minute in real time." The students return excited. A student asks, "Professor, did all this really happen?" Elias, smiling, responds, "History is not what happened. It's what we choose to remember." At night, the city sleeps, but he doesn't. Elias then holds a physical book, rare and ancient, an artifact of the 21st century. A real book, paper pages, the scent of time. In a world of digital memories, he still searches for the texture of the past. The professor opens the book and reads it silently. Before going to sleep, he records his reflections in the neural diary, a network shared among all the teachers in the world. Elias records,
Today, my students asked if the past still matters. I said that the past is what keeps us from disappearing amidst so much future. Since 2361, science has discovered a new form of archaeology, archaeomemory. Researchers have found fragments of human consciousness in ancient submerged servers from the 21st century. Emotions, memories, and even traces of dreams have been restored. It is with this material that teachers like Elias construct their lessons. But there are risks. Some students cling to memories of the past and refuse to return to the present. They call this time regression syndrome. Therefore, the teacher is not just an educator. They are a therapist of the soul.
The world of 2400 is perfect. No one feels hungry. No one grows old unintentionally. But also, no one feels rushed, nor urgency, nor faith. Art is made by algorithms. Religion has been replaced by the philosophy of continuity, which teaches that each person is merely an updated version of past generations. Elias observes students in meditation. He says, "We are bridges. We connect who we were to who we will be. Without this, nothing makes sense." Food is molecular, but it holds sensory memories of ancient recipes: Roman bread, Japanese rice, Brazilian coffee. Society is divided into cognitive castes. The greater the memory capacity, the higher the position. Teachers are among the most respected and the most lonely.
The day ends, but for Elias, time never stops. He gazes at the artificial horizon of Neo-Athens, a dawn made of light and data. Then he reflects. History has always been about people, not about eras. No matter how far we advance, the question remains the same. Who are we? In the year 2400, the history teacher is more than an educator. He is the guardian of human identity. He teaches us to remember in a world that has learned to forget. Because the future only exists as long as there are those who tell the past.
Reports from the University of Universal Knowledge show that over the past 50 years, 40% of students in historical simulations have chosen to become memory keepers. History became memorology. Philosophy became architecture of consciousness, and sociology became neural ethnosynthesis. But in the end, everything remains the same: the human search for meaning. To understand the future, first, we must remember who we were.